quite it was quite heartbreaking because we had this guy with a full hair who said, "Oh, it's not going to happen in Lakers unless Manchester United get their first five straight wins." And yesterday night, it was very, very heartbreaking for most people around the world, the Red Devils, because the guy was so devastated. I saw it online. They came out with a 1-1 draw. But yeah, we all can agree that it's been quite an impressive run for Manchester United so far, and we expect them. We are urging them also to go ahead with such a winning mentality. I myself, not a United fan, and I'm rooting for them to at least make it to the Champions League next year. So let's go to what we have here. Mr. Samuel, how do you see yesterday's game as regards in West Ham versus Manchester United? Manchester United, they left that game with a draw. Do you think they deserve more than a draw? Do you think they played well to get a win out of that match, even though they got a draw? It was a 1-1 in full time being surveyed by Benjamin Sesko. What do you think about that man? Do you think they deserve more than a draw? Mr. Samuel?
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Nkena. All right. For the game yesterday versus West Ham, it was a very good game. It was a very good game,
Okay.
and luckily they got a draw in the game through Sesko in 94th minute. I feel they deserved that. They actually deserved. They actually deserved that result yesterday because you can see the team needed to get maximum points, but they picked up 1 point. They dropped in 2 points yesterday, which is a reflection of how Michael Carrick has set the team to play this season. So I felt it's a very good performance for them because they couldn't pick all 3 points yesterday, which was a good performance.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Samuel. Mr. Mayowa, as regards the same match, do you think uh, Michael Carrick, do you think he employed the right tactics in yesterday's match? Do you think he should have done anything better to have gotten the whole 3 points, Mr. Mayowa?
Well, for me, I think the boys did not show up yesterday, and I was a bit disappointed with their performance. If I was being honest, yesterday, you would expect a team that has been firing on all cylinder to do something fantastic in that particular game. Yes, kudos to the West Ham side. You know how Bruno Fernandes sets up his team. What he did practically was one thing that Manchester United has strived on, over the last 4 weeks now, the last 4 weeks that has been very fantastic for them, is the fact that they've been able to use the wings properly. But the moment you play against a team that will not allow you do that, that wants you to play through the middle, it becomes a bit difficult. And in that yesterday game, you will see that, Manchester United missed somebody like a Mason Mount. What a Mason Mount would have been able to do. We needed somebody that was very quick in terms of transition in that particular game. And we did not get that. And to be honest with you, that really affected, the overall performance of the Manchester United side. I think also if you look at how the goals were considered, I think Luke Shaw had a whole lot of fault in the considering of that particular goal. What do I mean by that? There was no reason for Luke Shaw to be outside where he was. He was supposed to, there was no reason for him to step out that far, to go and attack in the midfield, and that gave an opportunity for Thomas Suchek to be able to make that run in behind. Also, yes, a lot of Puma, I don't want to say a whole lot of things. Kobe Mino was also at fault. I mean, as a defender, you want to close down the attacker coming towards your post. He didn't do that, and that gave Thomas Suchek an opportunity to be able to pass through. To be honest with you, the goals were sloppy goals that Manchester United shouldn't have considered. And, that is an avenue for us to see, how a Manchester United will react coming from that. There's also the issue of the VAR, but I don't want to get into that. But for me personally, I think, if you are playing a team that is well coordinated, what you need to do is not concede first. And Manchester United made that mistake of conceding first, and that affected the overall play in that particular game.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Maya, for that your honest take. But if you ask me, he said something about Luke Shaw, having straight further up the field, leaving his wing vulnerable. But I have to also remind you that sometimes in modern football, fullbacks overlap. So, but when a fullback overlap, there is this understanding amongst players, depending on the tactics you're playing. You say something about Kobe Maino as a defensive midfielder. When in football, when some tactics, when a fullback overlaps, a defensive midfielder should be found walking around that space in case there is a very, very fast transition that's coming through that area. He may cover up with the fullback having the whole time to come back, not under pressure. Now that is what when you say that players work for each other. Now, when there is no fullback there, you see in compact football, you see the central defender dropping there, the other central dropping, and the other fullback dropping. It will not create space to the zone that is less under pressure. But is there any space somewhere that is
Welcome
oh
back.
so sorry guys. So sorry guys. I had to be a little glitch.
No, no,
So I
it's
was
fine.
talking about the Chelsea match, the Chelsea versus Leeds United match.
Okay.
Most of all, we didn't expect Chelsea to come out of that match without the 3 points. Owing to their current form. But just like before, a player like Joao Pedro, he was on the score sheet. But Leeds United, they had all the other players up their sleeves. Much kudos to Leeds United for holding their own in a match like that in Stamford Bridge. I mean, it shows that the Leeds is a team that has character. At least the effects of the Uruguay tactician is still being felt there since that man left there. But I was quite a bit disappointed with Chelsea Football Club for giving away the whole 3 points and standing only just a point against Leeds United. You know, I mean, Mr. Mayowa, what do you think? Sorry, Mr. Samuel.
Okay.
All the times Pedro Neto starts and they see results, and people keep wondering why is he not starting Esteban, who we think is more mobile, who we think is more dangerous in the 18-yard box. But we only see Estebao coming, do good things, but not consistent. Tell me, Mr. Samuel, if you are the coach, would you start Pedro ahead of Estebao or Estebao ahead of Neto? Tell me,
Estava ahead of who?
Pedro Neto,
Sir? Okay, Pedro
Pedro
Neto.
Neto,
All right, all right,
yes,
all right, all right. Okay, prior to that game yesterday, Chelsea has been on fine form, winning their last four matches. But yesterday
yeah,
they took a 2 goal lead and let it slip from the chaos that Caicedo committed in the 18th. He was not supposed to commit that foul yesterday because he had all the time yesterday, but he went in without foul, and that led to Leeds putting a goal back, which target equalizing goal. And for Estaval, I have seen that most times the coach usually don't start him, but started yesterday's game, and we know the pressure has been under lately. He has not been with the team for about 2 matches. He's not yet match fit, and he's still trying to get back his form back into the team. But if I was
okay,
a coach, if I was Liam, I would start Estaval ahead of Pedro Neto.
okay,
Yes, sir.
all right. Thank you very much, Mr. What's his name, sorry, Mr. Samuel. Mr. Mayowa, today is one of the Sunderland versus Liverpool. So what do you think? I mean, Liverpool is just they are still licking their wounds losing against Manchester United. At least Mr. Samuel, I remember you said you predicted that they will lose against Manchester City. I myself, I created a win for Liverpool at home. Yeah, at home. So I mean, you guys won that one. But today is they're going away to Sunderland. Mr. Mayo, what are we expecting? Tell me.
Well, I mean, it's going to be a very difficult game. Remember, Sunderland remains one of the teams in the EPL that has not lost any game at home. They were sharing that same record with Arsenal before Manchester United went over to, the before Manchester United went over to the Emirates and defeated Arsenal. So it's going to be a very difficult game. They've played over 15 games at home and they've not lost. And this is a Liverpool side that is coming back from the backdrop of, a defeat to a Man City side, a game they were supposed to win. I mean, they found a way to squander the point, and they are under a lot of pressure, and the pressure is there for them to be able to perform. The big question is will they be able to perform under this intense pressure? Well, only time to tell. It's going to be a very difficult situation for them. For me, I think Liverpool has the quality to be able to do it. However, they are playing against a Sunderland that has been very difficult to beat. I'll give you a typical example. A whole lot of people thought a Manchester United would probably dispatch a West Ham side because of the current form they are in at the moment. But if you look at the last 6 matches that Manchester United has played against West Ham, Manchester United has not been able to pick up a win. That's always been loss, and draws. And unfortunately, that same thing happened yesterday. The same thing for the Chelsea, Leeds game. Chelsea are always has issues when playing with Leeds because of the rivalry and the rest of that. So for Sunderland, it's going to be very, very difficult. No team has been able to defeat them at home. The best teams can come out with is a draw. So it's going to be very, very difficult. It will take something extra for Liverpool to be able to beat a Sunderland side, owing to the fact that at the moment Liverpool is not performing at its best. How do you explain it? A title contender, a defending champion is currently languishing in sixth.
Leeds went to Italy and he's out there doing great things, and we're all happy for him. Mr. Mayo, aren't you happy for Cesc Fabregas?
And well, I mean, he's playing under, a lot of people might not know this. He's actually one of the owners of Como. He's part of the consortium that bought Como, and he has been able to turn things around. First of all, he's not playing under a whole lot of pressure. There's no pressure surrounding him. He's the owner. However, apart from the fact that he's one of the owners, he has also been very, very instrumental in the turnaround of things for that particular club. I will not be surprised. A Como that has been struggling. Remember, Como was relegated. He took them back to the Syria. He joined them in Serie B, took them back to Syria, and since then it has been a steady climb for them. Last season they were supposed to do so well and get into Europe, but they couldn't do that because the inconsistency issue coming. However, they stand a huge opportunity now in getting to Europe this season. I mean, they are already in the Coppa Italia final and dispatching Napoli, and that gives them an avenue for a shot at at Europe. The game yesterday, Fabregas was very, very phenomenal, and is one of the hardest teams to beat in the Serie A at the moment. So, Cesc Fabregas has been doing so well. Anybody that passes through, he played under great managers. He played under, he played under a Guardiola, played under the previous coach
Yes,
before
Wenger.
Arsene Wenger, yes, played under Arsene Wenger, played under this Chelsea coach while he was at Chelsea. He has learned a whole lot under these guys, and he's also a disciple of Guardiola and is a product of La Masia, and we are seeing the result at the moment. So I will not be surprised if I see Como in Europe next season. I mean, he has been very fantastic, and the way he has done it so far, he has done it on a budget. Como is not going out to spend astronomically on players. They've been getting players that are, reject from other clubs, or players that they feel, are no longer a surplus requirement from other clubs. These are the players they bring in. They groom them, they change them, and they produce. Yes, the only failed project is Dele Alli. Dele Alli went there and could not cut it. But other players that has gone there, he's been able to turn their fortune around, and we are seeing what they can. So kudos to Cesc Fabregas. He's not doing it under pressure. We are seeing the result. Is an hallmark of a good coach. I'll not be surprised in years to come you will see Cesc Fabregas handling one of the top teams in Europe.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Boyape, on this take. Mr. Samuel, today in Coppa Italia, we're going to see a match between Bologna versus Lazio. And any outcome of that match will see the winner to play in the semi-finals, either with Como or other teams. But that should be the semi-finals. I think this is the quarterfinal that Como just qualified to semis. So tell me, do you see a club like Como within the Coppa Italia? Do you think that club has the depth? Do you think they have the maturity to face bigger teams like AC Milan, Inter Milan? Of course, we know that Inter Milan is not a pushover. Whatever Como might have under their belt, if they meet a team like Inter Milan, I think they have to wake up because Inter Milan, even European Mundials, Inter Milan is not a pushover. Honestly, it's a club with a very rich history. One of the best teams in Europe and in Italy. So I think I don't know. Do you see Como slowing down? Do you see Como holding their own against these top clubs, having sacked Napoli? What do you think, is Samuel?
All right, thank you very much, Ikena. I feel with Sex Fabregas still heading the team, Como, I feel for now we can't classify them with the big boy sets. Yes, for at least for this season. Yeah, they're doing so well for themselves. And Sex Fabregas actually tinkering the team to play the style of football. But I don't see them holding up in that Serie A for now, at least for the meantime. But currently, they're doing great for themselves.
Okay, for themselves. I love that. But if you ask me, I think if you haven't watched a team like Como, and my knowledge I have of the Italian league, Como is a team that brings the flair of Spanish football with the wide attacking players, having flair and the beauty of the midfielders coming into play. Now, Como is a team that encourages young players. When Mr. Mayowa says something about bringing players who were not doing well in the former clubs, bringing them to Como and changing them. In the world changing, I doubt if you can change a player who is almost 20, 17, 18, 30 years, just change him, just for changing sake. No. Any player who do not have the basic skills, the basic technical know-how, I do not see any change there. All I see is players who come in an environment where they are given the opportunity to express themselves freely, and you see them flourishing in their wings. So that is what I see in common. A player who believes in their players, a club that believes in their players, a club that gives their players the freedom, to play the football the way they want to play. There is one thing that's called coaching, and there's one thing that's called managing. That's why you see some that call managers. They're the one we call the oh, is a manager, a football manager. But there is a football coach. There's a difference in that. A manager can come to you, oh, like just like Jose Mourinho, the manager, he can come to you, he can talk to you, oh, do this, do that. But a coach can read you. He can know when you're already tired in the field of play. He can know when you are mentally exhausted. He can know when to substitute. He can know when to change tactics. Now, Guardiola is a coach. Luciano Spalletti is a coach. These are coaches who knows their worth. But yes, Fabregas is one of the best coaches I've ever seen. So if you ask me, I see a club like Como going further in this in Coppa Italia. And if you don't leave that trophy, I for one will be very surprised. Trust me, I'll be very surprised. So that is that for the yeah, Mr. Mario. You can laugh for all you want. You can say what you want to say, but yes,
No, but
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 I
but
mean
but but,
like
but, 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 but I
yeah,
mean
I think
but I mean the thing is this. I think Como has putting themselves in a much more better position. And no disrespect to Lazio and Bologna. I mean, they are carrying their own weight in the Italian Serie A and the rest of that. However, if you look at the quality of players, that those players, yes, I think Lazio is in Europe. I think Bologna too is in Europe. If you look at the quality of those players, with what Seth Fabregas has been able to do on a budget. I think you want to give Seth Fabregas a whole lot of kudos. Remember, they played against a Napoli side that a star-studded Napoli side that is also coached by a very experienced coach in Carlo Ancelotti, in Antonio Conte, and he was able to dispatch them. Yes, a lot of people might say it was penalty and the rest of that and stuff like that. But I mean, if you look at the totality of that particular game, Como played really, really well. And the other two teams that probably want to meet them in the next round, I don't think they have that. I don't think they have that capability to be able to dispatch them. So I think Como has put themselves in a very, very good position, and probably the only thing that will stop them is themselves. That's the only thing that will stop them. I mean, if you would ask me, the only thing that will stop them is the belief that they have.
Okay, okay. Thank you for that honest Mr. Manawa. You see, I asked you, the World Cup is coming. If you come to the Spanish Copa del Rey, which you have today, Manchester City will be having a match today, and also we are expecting a banger of a match between Atletico Madrid and Barcelona, probably tomorrow, Thursday. But you see, as regards the issue of Esteban and Neto, and the Cunha and Joao Pedro. The World Cup is coming, and Joao Pedro is doing very, very well in Chelsea. Cunha is also filling with Manchester United. Esteval, I have been getting the minutes that he thinks he deserves in Chelsea. So tell me, Mr. Samuel, do you think this is going to be a very, very tough call for the Brazilian national team coach? Is it going to be
All
a
right,
call? Is it going to have so much chance getting his team right and ready for the World Cup? What do you think?
all right. Currently now, Carlo Ancelotti is strong. But we have a good team of and so the Casemiro field and as well. You
Like,
like
you
And Sabo, we can't hear you. It
so?
seems you are breaking off. We can't hear you clearly.
know,
Yes, we have a person of Chelsea and Joao Pedro. So I feel Ancelotti is going to struggle picking his team for the World Cup.
yeah, I can hear you,
Hello,
but you can hear
okay,
you
can you
now.
hear me
Can
now?
hear you.
I
Yes.
said Carlo Ancelotti will struggle picking his lineup for the World Cup. The likes of Joao Pedro playing well for himself, Matheus Cunha playing well for himself as well, and Esteban and Barcelona also playing well for himself. So it's going to be a very difficult situation for Carlo Ancelotti picking a strong 11 for the national team of Brazil.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Mr. Mayo, are you there?
Yeah, I mean, see, the thing is, this is not the first time Brazil is sport for choice. They are always sport for choice. You know, this is a country that has player everywhere around the world, and the quality of the players that you are seeing, always gives the coaches an headache. But however, there's always this policy that there's a percentage allocated to home-based players, and you see the likes of Weverton and the rest of them that plays in the Brazilian league also join that pack. Remember, there's a particular Neymar that wants to make it to the World Cup, and that's the reason why he decided to go back home and see if he's able to play himself back into the World Cup team. So I mean, Ancelotti is going to have a selection problem. Um, some of their key players are doing so well, but if we are being honest, yeah, can you hear me?
Yes,
I can
yes.
hear you. I can
Yeah,
hear you.
yeah. If we are being honest, I think if we are being honest, I think probably a Cunha might be left out of the World Cup squad. To be honest with you, and I'm not trying to disrespect Cunha and the rest of that. Yes, um, Carrick has come in.
Hello,
He has,
Samaiwa.
yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah,
The network was breaking, but you can hear you
Your
now.
yeah,
network was breaking actually at a
yeah.
second.
So can you hear me now? Is it clear now?
Yes,
Yes,
it's clear.
Yeah, yeah.
yes,
So, so,
yes.
so so what I'm saying is this. I mean, if you look at the totality of the players, look at their performance and the rest of that, I think, and I'm not trying to, cut short the effort of Cunha and the rest of that. To be honest with you, I think probably Cunha might be left out. And the reason is this: forget the fact that Carrick came in and he's been able to turn things around and the rest of that. Look at the totality of play of Cunha. If Cunha is not part of the Brazilian national team, do you think the team can function? I think yes. And that is the key factors that Ancelotti will look at in terms of picking player. We might see a World Cup that Cunha might not be part of it.
I sincerely doubt that Mr. Mayowa, having the knowledge of Richarlison not in his top form, so I think like just is not he can be dropped. Yes, he can be dropped to make way for players who are more informed. So, however, we'll see how that pans out anyway. Trust me, when that time comes, if a player like Richardson does not up his game, he might be dropped for the World Cup.
No,
So,
I mean, Richarlison,
so
Richarlison, Richarlison should have no bearing, in the World Cup. And the reason is very simple. Richarlison has been very poor. Any Brazilian side that has a Richarlison in is probably there because somebody pressured Ancelotti to pick him. To be honest with you, I mean, Richarlison has been terrible in form. And if you are being honest, he has been, yes, as much as Cunha is doing at the moment, he's putting in the performance, he's getting the goals and the rest of that. He seems to be happy under a Carrick. We are seeing him flourish and the rest of that. I still feel, personally, if you look at the standard of the Brazilian national team, I still feel a Cunha will struggle to get in. Now let's go to a Richarlison that has been so poor. Richarlison, yes, a lot of people are attributed to the club and the rest of that, but Richarlison as a player himself has been so poor. A lot of people will say the last bicycle kick he scored at the last World Cup. Maybe that was where he spent all his skills and his goodness. That the rest is just is just for a lack of better word. I'm not trying to disrespect him. The rest is junk. I don't think a Richarlison should ever be considered, for a place in the Brazilian national team, except maybe something drastically happens.
okay. Thank you very much for that take, Mr. Mayowa. I mean, we are going to have a very, very much bank tomorrow, Thursday. Um, of the Atletico Madrid of Barcelona in the Copa del Rey. Remember, Real Madrid are out. They were eliminated by a club called Al before Barcelona won upset like 2-1, I'm sure I'm there about. But now, this is the semi-final of the Copa del Rey between Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. So, Mr. Samuel, what do you think of this game? I mean, we have a Nigerian in Atletico Madrid who scored his first goal and his first assist in his first game for Atletico Madrid in the name of Lukman, Ademola Lukman, our own Ademola Lukman. So, I mean, last match he even scored, but it was disallowed. This is a player whom we have known for some time now. He has been one of our talisman in Nigerian national team. He performed well in Serie A, Atalanta. He under with them, they went on to lift the Europa and the Champions Cup. I mean, they have been good. He was good so far, and now yeah, Madrid. I mean, he's got the level of left around him. Even he was almost when Mola scored that goal. I mean, I think he did great things in his new club. So now here he's going against my own Barcelona. Wow. So, what do you think about this game? What are you expecting? Do you expect Atletico Madrid to sit all back and wait for a mistake from Barcelona? Which Barcelona they play a very very high line and they are very aggressive when it comes to whenever they're off the ball. So, what do you think we should in this game? Come on.
All right, thank you very much, Ikena. The game between Atletico Madrid and Barcelona tomorrow is going to be a very big game. Yeah, we're seeing Ademola Lookman coming into the team, scoring one and providing one assist in the last part of the race with against Real Betis. And tomorrow's game versus Barcelona, and with back keeping a very good line. It's going to be a very a tight call from my end. It's going to be a tight call, but I feel get the job done tomorrow. I can't get it tomorrow. Yeah, trust me. They'll get the
Uh,
job done tomorrow.
all right. All right. Great take. Thank you that for Mr. Samuel for supporting Barca, my club. And I know, I trust Mr. Maya to say something against Barcelona. Mr. Maya, this way, people in the Manchester streets.
Well, the thing is, I think it will be a very difficult game.
Hello,
Remember,
Mr. Maya, are you there?
yeah, can you
Where's
hear
your
me?
phone? Wait.
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, Mr. Mayowa, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now,
No,
Mr. Maya.
Yeah. So I mean, if you look at that particular game, it's
Yes,
going,
sure. I can hear
it's,
you.
yeah, it's going to be a very difficult game. Definitely, Barcelona.
Yes,
Uh, yeah, can you hear me now?
it's saying Mr.
Yeah,
Maya.
can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Go on, Mr. Maya.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at that particular
Yes,
game,
yes, yes, yes.
it seems it's going to be a very difficult game. Yes, Barcelona, they have a whole lot to play for. A Real Madrid side is out. You would expect a Barcelona side to be the next team to take it. However, Atletico Madrid is coming from a backdrop of a defeat. Remember, yes, they won their cup game, but their league game they lost, and the loss was something that you would not expect. You would expect a Barcelona side to dispatch. You expect a Atletico Madrid side to dispatch a Real Betis, and that did not happen. Now coming to play a Barcelona side, I think the quality of Ademola Lookman has been showing signs. Even the last game he scored and it was disallowed and the rest of that. He has been showing the quality that allowed Simeone to bring him in. And with that kind of quality, I think it's going to be very, very difficult for a Barcelona side. Remember, Barcelona thrives on playing a very high line. And Ademola Lookman is a player that knows how to break defenses. And if Barcelona is not careful, we might see an Ademola Lookman do it. Do Atletico Madrid, have the quality to be able to dispatch a Barcelona side? Yes, but the thing is this: you cannot write off a Barcelona side. Remember, Barcelona side presents the likes of Lamine Yamal, who is very, very phenomenal. Pedri, who has just renewed his contract. Olmo and the rest of them. These are key players that can hurt you in a game. So I mean, it's going to be
even Rafinha,
yeah, even Rafinha. It's going to be a very difficult game.
even Rafinha.
And not to make the host happy, I think I want to tilt towards a Barcelona side. I think Barcelona has enough quality that is much more prevalent than an Atletico Madrid side. And I think I want to see a Barcelona in the next round because of the kind of quality that they possess. Not to take anything away from Atletico Madrid, but I think Barcelona will probably nip it at the end of the day.
All right, all right. Well, Mr. Maya, I must say that I'm kind of disappointed thinking that you argue against a Barcelona win here. But you see, here we are. Everybody loves Barcelona. We're the champions. Yeah. Nobody said anything bad against us. They know our quality. Yeah. So, all right, Mr. Samuel, thank you very, very much for making our time to be with us today. We
You're
are
welcome, sir.
we are very, very grateful. I mean, no, only to the fact that this is a work day. I'm currently in my office. Mr. Mayawa, also, thank you very, very, very much for turning up for the show.
Thank you so much.
Lastly, this is Ikem Simon Ikezu, reporting live from the Park. And yet, we almost coming to the end of your that's not of that coming to the end of the show. So guys, we'll meet again. It's on Saturday. So I can discuss about Barcelona. Mr. What scoreline are you predicting with Atletico Madrid and Barcelona?
Um,
What's the scoreline?
for prediction, I'll be a hater. Atletico Madrid 2, Barcelona 0.
So if you can score, that's good.
Uh,
That's good. That's good. Thank you. So Mr. Samuel, what do you think?
let me be biased. I'll go with a 2-0 win for Barca. A 2-0 win for Barcelona.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Well, myself, I'll go with a a 4-2 win for
Wow,
Barcelona.
wow.
4-2.
Why?
That
Give us the
Yeah,
reasons.
six
Give
goals.
us the reasons
Wow.
for doing that. Give us the
yeah,
reasons.
it's going to be
6 goals.
a 6 goal thriller. Um, Atletico Madrid they will score first with Barca winning from behind. It's going to be a 6 goal thriller. I mean, you can't do away with the fact that the Madrid side they have a giant in a player like Solot. They have someone like Griezmann. They have Julian Alvarez, and then now they just added Ademola Lookman. So I mean, these players are players that can hurt any defense in the whole world, any club in the whole world, any day, any time. So, and I don't see that defensive maturity in the Barcelona defensive setting to withstand this firepower. But however, when it comes to our attacking options, we have a whole lot of attacking options. And we will seize the game, we will seize the ball. So that's why we will outscore them. Because in football, whoever has the sorry, can you hear me, please?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you can hear loud and clear.
Hello, Mr. Samuel, are you there?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
I'm
hear
here with
you.
you. Here with you. You can hear you loud and clear.
So in football, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, clearly, clearly.
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Yeah. So I guess Ikena is having challenges with network over there.
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you.
Sorry,
Yes.
sorry. So I was saying, so in football, you don't just underrate a club like who has a certain like Atletico Madrid, you know. And when it comes to Barcelona front lineup, Barcelona is a team that can hurt any club in the whole world. They also that against Inter Milan in the last Champions League. I mean, these guys gave it their all. 3-3, 3-3, 4-3, and all this. They scored, but I do not trust our defensive setup to give a clean sheet. And also they are the kind of player who play the high line. So I do not see my defense holding on, not to concede against a team like Atletico Madrid. So it's going to be a 4-2 win for Barcelona. So yes, and lastly, I think this is where we draw the curtain for today. Mr. Mayowa, Mr. Samuel, thank you very much once again for making it to this very show. I will see you guys again on Saturday, same time, by 10 a.m. Then we will have a chance to discuss about today and tomorrow's game, and also know what is going to happen in Saturday's game in the weekend on Sunday. So yes, thank you very, very much, guys, for coming for the show.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
yeah. Thanks so
All
much.
right. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Ikena. Thank you so much.
Thanks so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.